That's step one, and we're actually really close to the thrift store, so we're walking over there now. Hi strangers, hi YouTubers, resellers, and thrifters. My name is Carrie, and I have a YouTube channel here on YouTube called Be Carried Away. Thanks for finding it. And if you're a regular, welcome back. I'm sorry I'm not on camera this morning. I am just wanting to tell you about how you can save $40 a month. And I am telling you, I am not monetized, and I am not being paid for this in any way, shape, or form. I'm just trying to save my fellow part-time or full-time resellers even a nice chunk of change every month. So I've started using Flip. First of all, you can try it for 3 months totally free, which is awesome. And these are the, right here are the different platforms that you can cross-list to. So it shares to Poshmark, which, as we all know, Poshmark took down their bulk sharer. And so if you still do want to share, using a automated share like this is really important. And in addition, you can cross list. So I'm literally just going to show you how I use it, and I have gotten rid of, and I loved ListPerfectly, but it was $49 a month, and this is $9 a month. So when I say I'm saving $40 a month, it's straight up, you know, over $480 a year. That's a lot of money. So definitely check out Flip. So first, this is the share. I have it running over here, and it has all kinds of things that you can set. How often do you want it shared? There's a daily limit. I have of 6,000. I think that's because of the $9. Do you want it to share quick or fast? Do you want it to share to parties and things like that? And it just runs on its own. You do have to keep your computer open, but that's easy enough. Just set it. It will run throughout the day, and you can do other things. You can do other things on your computer while it's running in the background, which is one thing that I really like. So that's the share. There's not really too much to talk about there. But over here to the cross lister feature, this is what I truly love. So I have imported, I like to post my items to eBay. I started out over 20 years ago as an eBayer, and so for me, I just like the format of listing. So I list first on eBay on my phone, and then I import those items to Flip. So so it's literally a button, import items up here. You can import from any of them, so depending on where you want to do it manually, but I'm going to import from eBay right here. So here's everything that I have listed on eBay. I have about 700 items. This is something that I haven't imported yet right here. These cute little pierced frog earrings, not selling for very much money, but that's okay. So I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to go down here to the bottom and import just one item. You can import a lot at once, which I usually do. I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes. Okay, so there it is. Now it's in my Flip, and I'm going to show you how I go about listing it. Now, one thing I like is that Flip shows you where your items are already listed to. So you can see this Eileen Fisher cardigan shrug is listed on not only eBay, but I've already cross-listed it to Depop, Etsy, Facebook Marketplace, Mercari, and Poshmark. And now these I haven't done yet, right? So you can see that it's only listed on eBay. This Joseph Ribkoff cardigan, the Chico's cardigan, the Habitat, the Tommy Bahama, all of these need to be cross-listed. And I love that it does this here. But if you go and look, you'll see the other ones where I have cross-listed here. So now you can see these are all cross-listed to the various marketplaces where I want them to be listed. So there you go. So one of the things I'm going to do is just show you how I actually do a listing. So hold on, let's go back to those little earrings and let's get them up and cross-listed. So just like all of the other cross-listers, there are all kinds of things you can do. You can mark an item as sold and delist it. You can delist and relist. where you can just delist or delete. So it has all of the kind of actions that are important to me. So I am literally just going to click on this frog, and this is what's called the universal form. So this is something, if you want to fill this out, you can, and then it will populate the various other platforms as you go. I generally don't do too much because I find that each platform is so different in what they want listed that the universal form works for some things like your title and your pictures, obviously, your description, obviously. There's not a lot, the brand and the condition, but you don't really need to populate kind of all of this stuff in here because I find I just end up doing it manually anyway. So let's go list this to Poshmark. Now this is the Poshmark draft. So if it's highlighted in blue like that, it's ready to go. So this is not the universal form. This is just for Poshmark. So now you'll see this is what Poshmark wants. So it's unbranded. These are new without tags. These are in brand new condition. The primary color is blue, so I'm going to add this. There's a secondary color of green. That's specific to Poshmark. I'm not going to add style tags for right now. I usually do, but so I'm definitely going to have to pick the category. So I'm going to do under women. I'm going to go to find jewelry, and then subcategory is going to be earrings. It's very specific to Poshmark. Size, I think it's just going to be US standard. Size set is one size because it's for earrings. The listing price, 13. I'm going to raise that a little bit for Poshmark. Let's do, say, 16. Do I want to do discounted shipping? No. Original cost of the item, I'm just going to put 0. Boom, list on Poshmark. So Poshmark goes really, really quickly on here, unless you're going to type in all of the style codes and things, but I generally don't do that when I'm cross-listing. So now it shows it's listed on Poshmark, it's listed on eBay, but I have all the others here that I can go down and do. So let's go to Mercari. So now that's highlighted. This means this is the Mercari form. See, there it is. So easy. You've got your title in already, your description. What you need to do here is brand, and I'm going to click this no brand here because I really don't know what the brand is. They're new without tags. Color is blue. Again, I'm not going to do tags just because I'm not going to type all that in for you, but I have to do category. This goes really quickly once you figure out cross-listing and all of the different ways you need to do it. It can be a little tricky at first because they're all so different, right? But here, this is going to be under women, and it's going to be under jewelry once again. It's going to be under earrings. Now, they ask for shipping. Who's paying for shipping? On Mercari, it's the only platform I do free shipping because everybody else does, and they kind of expect it. So they call that ship on your own from that zip code. And that means whatever the price is here, it's including shipping. So I'm going to use that. I don't do smart pricing on Mercari, and you just literally click list on Mercari, and it's going to take just a couple seconds to populate and fill in all the blanks. And there it says successfully listed to Mercari, and then it shows over here in the form. We've got a crier over here. Why are you crying? Dover doesn't understand when I'm talking to the computer. He's like, what are you doing? So I'm sorry for the whining and crying, but he's a sweet boy. So we can do Depop, Facebook, etc. I'm going to do Depop. I don't list everything. What? You want attention? Sorry about that. I don't list everything on Depop. I am a little bit selective just because it takes time. So if I think it's something that, you know, a younger person in the Depop kind of market isn't going to be interested, but these are cute. So let's do it. The title goes in automatically. Description, category, slide down to women. I don't know. I think it might be under accessories. Yes, jewelry. Whoops. Hit the wrong one. Jewelry. Occasion, I'm not going to do. Type, I don't need to do all of that. Some of these are optional. Condition, I'm going to put like new, primary color blue. Now it already populated secondary color green. Age on Depop, they just want to know, is it vintage or not? No, this is modern. The source, I don't think there is anything that fits for that. Brand, this is unbranded. Do they have, I must have an unbranded down here, right? I highly recommend having a touch screen for a lot of this. It helps me go much, much quicker than the click. Let me just try typing this in, unbranded. I guess we'll just leave it since it is. Now this is a weird little thing. You have to put down your city. My city's not listed, but I'm going to put Syracuse, New York, which is a close city to me. The shipping price you have to put in manually. So I'm going to put in, oh, those are just little earrings. Let's put in $5. Probably be $4.90, something like that. And the listing price I'm going to keep because I'm charging shipping. List on Depop. Oh, it really wants a brand. Okay, so I'm not sure what to do about this brand because I guess brand is not optional on here. And I don't remember what no brand is, so geez. All right, let's just, for purposes of this, we're just gonna pick something random for purposes of just showing it to you. But so there are always little things. So there it goes, success, and it's gonna show that it's listed. So now I have it listed on all of those already. I'm definitely going to do Facebook Marketplace. I don't have a lot of luck on Facebook Marketplace with little things, but since this is just so quick, I'm going to list it here and to show you. So the title goes in, the description goes in, any tags you want to put in, you have to do category. Here, I believe category is its own category, so you don't go into women, you just go directly into jewelry, and earrings. And again, this category choosing gets very quick once you've done this a lot, like a lot of us have. But if you're new at it, it does take a little bit of time to kind of figure out what you're doing. So it's not a real gemstone. Earring style I am going to put in because they are dangle earrings. Material, I think I'll put in maybe rhinestones if that comes up. Nope, they're looking more for what the metal is, and I don't know. So let's just leave that optional. Let's see if rhinestone is over here. No. Okay, that's for more expensive jewelry. So let's raise the price up just a little bit. Now, here's an interesting thing. Local pickup only. I'm going to do shipping only. I don't like to do a lot of pickup. It just never really works out. And I am going to use my own shipping label. I prefer that over just Facebook's regular. And I think I'm already go. I do hide from friends, and that's not because I want to hide from them, but it really clogs up people's Facebook feeds. If every time you list an item for sale, it's going to show up in your feed. So I don't do that because I list a lot. I don't want to clog up my friends' stuff. Facebook takes a little bit longer to populate. So I noticed that I'll be kind of sitting here for maybe 15 or 20 seconds, where the others might be 5 seconds. There it goes. So successfully listed your item to Facebook. Now, these are not going to go on Etsy because they're not homemade or they're not vintage. And if you use Etsy, it's very similar. You're just going to populate all of the different categories that you normally would. So let's go back and just take a look. So back to my items. I'm going to save all of what I just did. And you can see I've got those listed, and it's going to show me that those are listed on all those various platforms. So I've got a little work to do with some of these. So I'm going to go do that, and I'll say goodbye for now. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And I'm going to make a video here pretty soon. I'm on a little bit of a break, and so I'm going to get something up and going. Aren't they cute? Happy thrifting, everybody.